What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Forgot my shades quickly. Big shout out to my doggy, the Rat Pack, for coming through and boosting the coins up. No doubt about it, 100%. So, you've seen the title. Zhilei Zhang, Joe Joyce's opponent. Essentially, the dude who smoked on Joe Joyce, popped his cherry, has said the following about Tyson Fury. When you look at Tyson Fury, he avoided Anthony lost his headgear, and he avoided Alexander Usyk. He chose to fight somebody who has never, been in the ring before. Dev Sani will read this and lose his head. Oh, he's the biggest puncher, Guinness Book of Records. What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait there a minute. What do you mean he's never been in the ring before? Yeah? Listen, Zhang, is Ngannou not the biggest puncher in the Guinness Book of Goofball Records? Is it not? Come on, Zhang, get serious here. That's not fair to say, is it, Dev? I agree with Dev, truth be known. I agree with Dev Sani and Frank Warren that you can't... This is disrespectful. This right here, Zhang, is a disrespect to Buff Ngannou. Yeah? Because how can you sit there and say that as if he's not in the Guinness Book of Records for being the hardest puncher? Come on, people. Do you know, be a bit fair. I'm all for being critical of this fight, but come on. There's no doubt Ngannou is the biggest puncher in boxing, because the Guinness Book of Records says so, doesn't it, Dev? Yeah? Let's just call a spade a spade. Dev ain't lying. Yeah? Listen, people, they don't make the Guinness Book of Records for nothing, do they? End of the day. They put it in there because he's the biggest puncher in boxing history. Simple as that. So, it makes perfect sense. He has been in the ring before. He is number one in the Guinness Book of Records. Just leave it there, Zhang, mate. You sound a bit sour, truth be known. So Tyson Fury, I think, is a disgrace to the sport of boxing. Shame on him. Boom. Now, this is what I want to hear from people, yeah? These are the bars. Bottom line. I don't want to hear, even Joe himself, Joe Joyce, he let me down to some extent, for what it's worth. I'm glad that... I haven't heard Joe Joyce critique this fight at all, to start off with. And secondly, it's like, Joe Joyce has been institutionally played by Frank Warren and Tyson Fury. That's just a fact. Yeah? That's just what happened. And it's like, he don't want to rock the boat. Yeah? Joe, your head's already been punched in. You might as well rock the... You got nothing to lose now. You know what I mean? If there was a time to be politicking, it's not now. You might as well ride this till the wheels fall off and get some clout. Not go along to get along. Oh, I'm happy Ngannou can get paid, and I'm happy that... No, this is what you should be saying, people. If anyone confused, this is what people are supposed to say, who is serious in the sport, in my opinion. Tyson Fury is a disgrace to the sport of boxing. He ducked Usyk. Shame on him. That's it. Keep it simple. Zhang don't even speak English, and he know what to say. Like, what's going on here? I think it must be a cultural thing. I think in the West, we love being cucked. I don't, but Joe must. Do you know what I mean? Big hardback 6'6" Joe Joyce, and he cucked by old fish eyes. Stop it, people. And Tyson Fury, come on. You have some backbone. Yeah? Otherwise, what are you big for? That's what you got to ask yourself, Joe, yeah? What am I big for? Yeah? What's the point being a 6'6" juggernaut and you're out here sucking off the biggest joke in sport? Do you know what I mean? Like, no. You just know. Joe Joyce might as well be 4'2", for what it's worth. I get that. You know what I mean? Okay, he's 4 foot. He can't make no way, can he? If you're 4 foot tall, yeah, what can you do? Yeah, Frank Warren slap you on your head, and that's it's a wrap, innit? But Joe, he should be standing tall. Yeah. Oh, and I rate Joe, like I said. That's what frustrates me even more. Joe, you actually doing the work. Like, you went in there with Zhang. Tyson Fury wouldn't dare go in there with him. You did the hard work early in your career as well. What was Tyson Fury... Let's call a spade here. What was Tyson Fury doing early in his career? Going life and death with John McDermott, people. Life and death with him. You understand? Joe Joyce, at a similar point in his career, he out here fighting Joe Parker. Even Takam, for what it's worth. I don't care what no one says. McDermott ain't no Takam. He ain't no... Takam's washed up now, but still. Joe Joyce early on. Oh, but he's got a long amateur pedigree. I don't really count amateur pedigree. I don't think it means much, truth be known, for what it's worth. But the point is, Joe Joyce early in his career, he out here doing Joe Parker. Joe Parker's never been stopped before, has he? No, AJ couldn't do nothing with Joe. Joe Joyce was the first man to stop Joe Parker. And everyone at the time was hyping up Joe. Oh, Morecambe Joe this, Morecambe Joe that. Oh, he's training with Tyson now. He's the most ferocious, is what they were saying. Do you understand, people? That was the narrative. Joe popped his cherry for him. These are good feats. And then he goes in there with Zhang and loses. But early in his career, he's taking these big risks. Tyson Fury, he should have been the one saying, Joe, don't worry, mate. Sit down somewhere. I'll handle Zhang. I'm big daddy. Yeah? Let me do some heavy lifting here. And you sit down somewhere and I'll fight you up. I'll beat you up after I beat Zhang up. Do you know what I mean? That's how it should go, in my opinion. Look at Terence Crawford, for example. Yeah? He ain't sitting there politicking. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence could have sat there. Oh, I got one belt. Oh, I'm going to move up. I'm going to be... Or Floyd Mayweather. Oh, my name's Floyd and I'm not going to get no belts. I'm just going to nick a belt every now and then pop up when there's a bum with a belt. That's what he did. Oh, what's that? Robert Guerrero's got a belt. I think I'll fight him. Yeah? Oh, what's that? Andre Butler got a belt. I think I'll fight that bum. Washed up bum. That's Floyd's strategy. Sit there, politic. Ooh, is that a bum with a belt? I'll fight him. Oh, man, I'm the greatest. You're the biggest gimp. You're the greatest gimp of all time. Not goat. You gimpot. Gimoat. Yeah, gimpoat. You're a gimp of all time. The biggest gimp of all time. I don't know. There's a big sweepstakes going on right now. Who is the biggest gimp in boxing of all time? Is it Floyd? Is it Tyson Fury? It's I don't know, you know. At least Floyd was fighting boxers. Do you know what I mean? At least Floyd was 35 when he started fighting complete bums. Fury's like 33 and still champion and still claiming to be this, that, the other. Like, wow. Yeah? But no, who knows? Fury got a lot more time left. And once you're already a gimp, it don't take much, people. Yeah? Fury's already a complete verified gimp. So it won't be long now. He's already fighting in Bongo. Yeah? This is going to deteriorate quickly. I said the other day, ain't going to be long. Dev Sani. Gareth A. Davis are going to be featuring on Tyson Fury's OnlyFans. Yeah, that's a new plug. Never mind Furiosity. They might even call it Furiosity. Oh, Furiosity Season 1 featuring Dev Sani and Gareth A. Davis. Do you know what I mean? This is cool. YB, you're hating us, dude. Call it what you want. I'm over the point of caring, truth be known. I'm just going to tell you what it is. And Zhang, he's solid. Fair play to him. In fact, Zhang's another one. Zhang, until Joe went a bit weird with this whole sucking Fury off thing, sucking Frank off thing, yeah. Joe's a real one too. Yeah, Joe was in there getting punched up. He weren't giving it to Kell Brook. Yeah, he weren't doing that. Listen, YB, you can't judge. I'm not judging. I'd be blinking too, for what it's worth. But the reason it's important to make these distinctions, yeah. Like I just saw this goofball today. This guy actually irritated me now. This goofball, Jake Paul, I'm going to have to show you. It's unbelievable, people. This goofball, fake Paul came out. Where is it? Look at this guy here. Look at this proper, another gimp, people. One of the biggest gimps I've ever seen. Can you see this? Look. Fight week. I'm going in there. Orby. When was that then, Jake? Fake Paul. When have you ever done any of this in the ring? Yeah? Tommy was there and you was just standing there boxing with him. And even Anderson Silva, even 65-year-old Anderson Silva, you was boxing in there and you weren't doing this. You weren't trying to find a way. You was politicking. Even against Woodley as well. Old ass washed up UFC fighter Woodley. You was in there dancing around, boxing and whatnot. No, you don't know about this. Stop. Again, it's a disrespect to people who be getting it. It's a disrespect for people like Errol Spence. I believe Errol Spence, he believed in this. I watched it. I saw him do it. I saw him getting punched from pillar to post and still get up and push some more. It made no sense. Truth be known, yeah, it made no sense. It made no sense at all. And then it's funny, people have come out now and said, oh, you shouldn't try and fight a boxer. Like, whatever. What are you supposed to do then? Because you can't, you try to box with a boxer, you get, like, it's ridiculous. There's always them cliches in this sport. People jump on, oh yeah, well you shouldn't. I've heard it, to be fair, I've heard it both ways in the last few days. There's some people saying, oh, you can't box a boxer. And other people saying, oh, you have to fight a boxer. Like, what? So what do you do? It's all BS, isn't it? But what we know for sure is, none of these guys, man, they're all fake. They wanna be. It's really odd. How can you not know yourself? Yeah? Jake Paul, fake Paul. How can you not watch your fight back with Tommy and know, wait a minute, I know I ain't got it in me, because you didn't. Yeah? You give it all the talk. Oh, I'm from Ohio and we're built different. Where was that then? At what point did you show us you're built different? Tommy's a complete twink as well. That's the biggest joke. Yeah, Tommy is useless and pretty. If there was ever a time to pull your finger out your ass and kill or be killed, it would have been there. He didn't do none. So stop it. Stop lying to yourself. You ain't Errol Spence. Yeah, you ain't got that quality. You ain't Joe Joyce either. Yeah, you be 100%. Jake Paul's eye gets popped. He can be blinking, no doubt about it. You can guarantee that for sure. It's just what it is. Stop lying, people. Yeah, you ain't. It's become. I get it. I understand it. Everyone wants to think they're a dog, don't they? Oh, I'm a dog in the ring. But when it's clear you're not, just sit down and be quiet somewhere. Yeah, you know what? I can't be much of a dog because pretty looking Tommy Fury, I didn't do none with. I was old ass Anderson Silva, he was politicking in there, dancing around the place, backing up. Like, what? Old ass washed up Woodley, dancing in there. You know what I mean? No. Yeah? There's nothing built different about that. Just another goofball, truth be known. Got plenty of them. Like Floyd, for what it's worth. Floyd, another one. He don't know nothing about it either. Go back and watch De La Hoya. De La Hoya was on his arse. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight back. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's the thing about Floyd. Floyd, yeah, he on top fighter. When Floyd in there beating up Gatti, he looked great. When De La Hoya on top of him, he like this. You see Floyd like this, like doing a shoulder roll, shoulder rolling into it, like. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the shoulder roll, yeah, but Floyd weren't in there like Spence or Crawford, digging back. And both men, to be fair, Crawford's renowned for this as well. If you hit Crawford with a good shot, he don't go backpedaling to the ropes and start rocking and leaning. You know what I mean? He holds his feet and whips some more shots in. I'm not saying, has Terence Crawford ever been on the ropes? Yes, but he don't. Floyd's go-to is he'll run to the ropes. He don't hold his feet and fight back. Yeah? It's another fake dude. It's just another fake dude. Pretty looking boxer, that's what it is. Fair play to him. Yeah, you ain't a goat though. It's impossible for a dude more worried about how you're looking. And that's why I have to give Andre Ward some credit, because Andre Ward beat the brakes off of Kovalev in that rematch. Yeah? He didn't. And Ward, I think he lost the first fight for what it's worth. Ward lost the first fight against Kovalev. And if there was ever a time for him to be politicking, it would have been the rematch, wouldn't it? Instead, Ward comes out and he's on his job, banging him to the body, backing him up, and it turns out Kovalev is an on-top fighter. Another fake one. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? And I give Ward credit for that, because that must have taken some dog inside you. I'm going to back up the bully at the time, who was Kovalev. Kovalev at the time, I think, was even pound for pound number one. Most people considered him pound for pound number one, a bruiser. And he backed him up. Yeah? Anthony Yard, another great example. Yeah? Anthony Yard, he can talk about kill or be killed. Fake Paul, you can't. Do you understand that? You can't talk about it even a bit. Not even, and again, it frustrates me because it's like, are you joking? Do you know what I mean? How dare you put yourself in the league with these men who are out here living it? Anthony Yard in there with Kovalev. Again, in the past I've clowned, empty the tank. But looking back now, I rate that. At least Anthony Yard can say, man, listen, I had a good go. It didn't work out, but I can't sit there and say that. Jake Paul came out and said, oh, Tommy, you only beat me by one round, and what? Like what? No. Yeah? Run into the brick wall like Errol Spence did until something works, or it don't. Go out on your back. Oh, YB, but he's the boxer. Well, wait a minute. That's my point, people. Fake Paul didn't tweet on Boxer. He said, kill or be killed. So if you're going to say that, yeah, go out there and crash out. Like Errol Spence did. Errol Spence, before the fight, was saying, I'm going to break him down. Someone going to break. And it ended up being him, but he didn't lie, did he? He didn't say, someone's going to break down and go in there politicking. Ooh. Fake Paul. Ooh, boop, boop, boop. Oh, I'm going to box with Tommy. Boop, boop. It actually irritates me now. Proper irritates me. Fake people. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying everyone has to be a bruiser and everyone has to dig in, but don't be claiming things you ain't. Yeah? Don't be claiming them. Fury, don't be claiming you're the greatest of all time when you're a complete gimp. Again, people like Zhang. Look at Zhang. Zhang. He out here fighting young bulls. Or Joe Joyce isn't young, but he's younger than Zhang. Zhang beat up Hrgovic in my opinion. Popped his cherry, put him down for the first time. Just beat Hrgovic. He beat Hrgovic in my opinion, and he beat Joe Joyce. At this point in time, I think Zhang's got a better resume than Tyson Fury, for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Okay, Fury's beat Wilder, who we don't know nothing about. Wilder's another one. Although, no, to be fair to Wilder, yeah, Wilder's a bum slayer. He loves fighting bums. But I got respect for Wilder because he might be a bum slayer, but he does what it says on the tin. I've never seen Wilder really politicking his way through a fight. He ride it till the wheels fall off, and that's what I believe is important now. I'm over the whole, even when I was younger, the whole money thing, that made sense. Oh, money. But now, like, we got to go deeper than that, people. It can't be all that. Oh, I'm glad Ngannou getting paid. Like, no, we're not doing that. For me, fair play to you. Yeah, if you're a 38-year-old man and you're still getting titillated by money, then hats off to you, man. Each their own, innit? But for me, there's got to be something more than that. Otherwise, let's just all get a fanny out then. Let's just all jump on the internet, get a willy out. That's how I feel. Do you know what I mean? If it's about the money, then Joe Joyce, tell Ngannou to get his big willy out on OnlyFans, and the money will come in, innit? Make it make sense then. Which is it? Is it about the money, or is it about something with substance? Because I'm no doubt there's a whole bunch of cuckolds out there. Yeah. If Ngannou made an OnlyFans and got his big, donkey thing out, yeah. A whole bunch of money would come in, wouldn't it? So that in itself disproves the narrative of, oh, we got to get the bag. We haven't. Clearly not. Maybe Ngannou will. Maybe that's the next player. I don't know. Maybe he'll do one as Fury starring Ngannou. That'd be big, wouldn't it? Yeah? Jesus Christ. They could get one of them ones. A proper mashup. The bare knuckle Willie. And the big African whatever. Do you know what I mean? Good movie name, actually. Back in the day when they used to make the VHS pornos, yeah, they'd have some mad names. Jane, I think they got some ones like Jane in the Jungle 3 or something. Some next African bull in there with some white chick. Madness, complete madness, yeah, but listen, man. I'm just trying to find some substance, man. Honestly, yesterday, after the Crawford fight in Spence, I'm just gassed, man. That's all I can say, man. End of the day, from both men. You know what I mean? I guess I'm more in Terrence's skills, but I just loved what I saw from. What's his name? From Spence, man. Looking back now, the dude was literally a crash dummy in there. He was running into a brick wall, but he was. If you actually watch it back here, Spence landed. He wasn't wild. He wasn't just running in with chin in the air. He was thumping away. He just weren't having no effect. It's not his fault, is it? But that's what I believe the spirit of the game's about. If you're going to be talking that way. And that's why I rate Usyk as well. Because Usyk, to be fair to him, he's very respectful. And Lomachenko. Lomachenko is very respectful. Usyk's very respectful. And they box very respectful. Yeah? No problem with that. I rate Usyk. It's not my favourite style, but I respect that. Usyk getting out here saying, oh, I'm going to mow you down. Floyd Mayweather would say things like that. Oh, I'm going to beat his ass. You ain't beat no one's ass, Floyd. You just haven't. Whose ass he beat in the last 15 years? No one knows. He ain't beat no ass. He just hasn't. Oh, but why beat his hands? I don't want to hear about his hands, people. Wait there. His hands are so bad, he's now 45-year-old and still punching people in the head. Like, make it make sense. Yeah, these are narratives he threw to you low IQ goofballs who can't interpret information. Explain this. If his hands are so bad, how is he still boxing now? Oh, there's nothing wrong with his hands, people. He had to say that. Oh, I can't punch. He can't punch. That's the truth. He can't punch, and he has to sell another narrative. Yeah, but I would be punching hard, but my hands. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's like someone in a wheelchair saying, "Oh, I'd be running fast. I would be running fast." Like, well, you wouldn't, would you? Because you're in a. You know, due respect. Yeah. Anyway. Like I said, man, there's so many fake ass people out here just lying to themselves. And Zhang, he legit, for what it's worth. He legit. Zhang legit, and he telling the truth. This is the truth, people. It's a disgrace. Just a fake Gimp champion of the world, Tyson Fury. And that's what everyone who has substance, I've heard these idiots as well, like I think even Carl Froch maybe, or Bellend. Yeah, well, it does great business. I'm sick of it. I don't know whether it's just, maybe it's just me, man. I don't know. It just irritates me now. If I hear anything about money, it irritates me. It bugs me. Proper gets under my skin. Like, okay, go and join a sport should be sport. Yeah, I don't know why they've conflated the two for. Why is it always go and be a banker if you want to sit there and shuffle paper around somehow? Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel. That makes sense. That's what you're supposed to do. That's your trade. Your trade is to box/fight. But these dudes like Fury, like Floyd, when you can't deliver the product, that's what Floyd did do well. Even myself, when I was younger, yeah, he cuckolded me too. I bought the hats, I bought everything, but my excuse is I was young and naive. Yeah, but I've been cuckolded, I ain't gonna lie. I've been sucked in. Oh, look at his shiny car. But Floyd had to do that, people, because his fights sucked. Do you understand? No one will be buying his fights. His whole thing was antagonistic. I'm going to be the flashy guy that no bums can beat. Yeah, I'll be the flashy guy and get people angry. That's what it was. Against bums. I'll fight so many bums that people will just be desperate. Oh, this bum must be. And to be fair, Showtime did a good job as well of building the fake news. I can't lie to you. Some of them 24/7 episodes, you'd have thought Robert Guerrero was like the next. You know what I mean? Like the next, I don't know what. Like the next Terrence. The way they on every single one as well. It sucked you in. 24/7, all access. Mayweather versus Berto. You'd be like, damn. You know, and it was the start of that, really. Well, it was. Or certainly early into it, 24/7 episodes. It'd suck you in. But that's all they got to do. All Fury can talk about is the money. He can't do nothing else, can he? What, after fighting Chisora a year ago? What else can he talk about? Nothing. What can Floyd talk about? Nothing. Because he fought bums and can't punch. Yeah? Zhang can talk about some. Because he out here at 30, 40-year-old fighting bulls and punching him up for what it's worth. Hrgovic cherry popped. Joe Joyce cherry popped. Yeah? He has every right to sit here and say, you know what? You're a disgrace. Yeah? And no one can argue with that. And guess what, Fury? If you've got a problem, which he doesn't, because it's a cornball, come do something. That's what if I was with Zhang, I'd have said that on the end. Yeah? If you've got a problem, like I said, come do something. Yeah? Because you ain't going to do none. Oops. You understand? Because what's Fury going to do? Going for, but YB, Fury would do this. Fury might do many things. He might do. But he ain't going to do none of them. You understand? Oh, YB, he'd beat Usyk, he'd beat Zhang, but he's fighting Ngannou. Okay then, that makes sense, doesn't it? I'll do this, but I'll do this instead. Come on, people, get serious here. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and leck off the 100%, no doubt.